Hi everyone and welcome to our practice today. I'm Rachel from Yoga Mara and today I'm going to be leading you through your vinyasa flow. So today we're going to begin on our knees. For the class you will need a block. If you don't have a block, don't worry, you can use a hardback book to help prop you into one of the poses that I'll be leading you through. So when you're ready, let's get comfortable. We're going to start on the knees. So coming to the middle of your mat, bringing the knees out kind of as wide as the hips. Feet are untucked and just sending the hips back to the heels. And just settling into this here. Finding a nice comfortable position. And if this is not comfortable for you, you can just stay in a cross-legged position, or even if you wish to lie down, then go for it. As long as you're feeling comfortable and relaxed. When you're ready, inhale as you draw the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale as you loop them down the spine, opening the heart and chest. And if it's comfortable for you, closing the eyes here for a moment. And just taking this time to fully arrive at your practice today. For whatever reason you have come. Just finding that stillness before we begin our movement. Lovely union between the mind and body as we bring in this little bit of mindfulness to your practice, helping you to stay grounded throughout your class, stay present, relieving any worries or stresses you may be holding on to from your week thus far, from your day. Just parking it at the door for this class, letting everything go. Noticing any sensations now within the body. Checking in with how you're feeling today. Observing energy levels. Any tightness you may be experiencing. Whatever it is, pay attention to this now. Finding some nice deep breaths here as we draw the attention inwards. On the inhale, breathing in through the nostrils and sending the breath all the way into the base of the belly, filling yourself up. Pause here. Exhale, side out for a count of 4. Good job, let's go for 2 more. Inhale. Hold at the top. Exhale, release, count of 4. Well done, last one. Inhale and fill yourself up. Take in how you wish to feel today. Pause at the top. And exhale for 4, sigh it out. Letting go of any worries or tension you may be holding on to. Staying here with eyes closed, just flipping the palms up to the sky. And at this point, we're going to invite an intention into our practice today. So, opening yourself up to receive how you wish to feel today. What is it you would like to work on for yourself? What is it that you would like to bring more of into your life in this moment? And beginning your mantra with, I am, or I choose to be. Finishing off that statement with whatever word resonates with you, whatever you need to hear right now. Carrying this with you throughout your practice and throughout the rest of your day and week ahead. Words can be very powerful, so it is important that we choose wisely and that whatever we are saying to ourselves, that it's a more positive story. Once we draw our awareness to that internal storytelling, it's amazing what we can learn. So envisioning this mantra for yourself right now, seeing yourself already there. gently opening the eyes, bringing in a soft gaze here, relaxing the hands, palms facing down. Good job. So beginning our warm-up, we're going to keep the knees where they are, staying in this position. So bringing them about hip-width distance apart. Take an inhale as we draw the arms out and all the way up. Fill yourself up. Our hands come to prayer, gazes at the thumbs. Take another deep breath here. On the exhale, we're going to send that left arm down. Float it all the way down. Reach up with the right. Exhale, we're going to move into a side stretch here. So bending into that left elbow. Reach up and over. Inhale, float it up and down as we move to the opposite side. So this time reaching up and over with that left arm. Option to bring the gaze forward or all the way up overhead. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale. And exhale, moving into that stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, draw both arms up this time. Let's interlace the fingers at the top, sending the palms up to the sky. Moving into our cat-cow pose. Different variation here. So when you're ready, on an exhale, we're going to round the spine, drawing palms towards the front of your mat. So I'm just going to face towards the front so you can see my spine as we move through it. Inhale, as you push the palms up to the sky, open up the chest, creating that lovely curve in the spine and opening of the front body. Exhale as you round the spine, drawing chin to chest. Draw that navel in, finding your cat pose. Well done. Inhale. Fill yourself up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale. It's just coming into this at your own pace, moving with your own breath. Exhale, round. On your next inhale, drawing the arms up. And exhale, release. Rain it down as you gently lower the fingers. Well done, good job. So facing the front of your mat, we're going to walk the hands out in front, finding our tabletop pose. So coming to the middle of your mat, making sure those hands are in line with shoulders, knees are in line with hips. We're really drawing that navel in, knitting the ribs together. Good job. From here, we're going to move into our heart melting pose. So walking the hands out way in front, so right in front of your mat. And keeping those hips, we're sending the hips back into above the knees. So making sure you keep this stance. And you're going to start to lower the chest down towards the mat, coming onto the forearms here. If this is comfortable and you feel like you can go deeper, option to extend the arms out even more. So reaching those hands out. Find length on the inhale. As you exhale, we're going to send the heart into the earth. Bringing chin or forehead to relax on the ground. So feeling a beautiful stretch throughout the upper body and shoulders. Beautiful, nice deep stretch here. So finding your own variation, your own personal edge. Don't worry about coming too deep into this. And just making sure those hips are above the knees. Maybe to reach exhale, going deeper as you walk the hands out further, melting the heart down. Good job. Your next inhale, lifting the gaze. And slowly starting to draw the elbows back and eventually pressing against the palms as you move back into your tabletop position. Well done. Gentle wag of the hips there as we just send some energy and some movement into the hip area. And when you're ready, coming back to find that tabletop position. Nice strong foundation here. On an inhale, we're going to ground through that left hand. Draw the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, you're going to thread the arm all the way through, coming down on that right shoulder. And finding your thread the needle pose. So this is a lovely shoulder stretch. So just staying here if you wish. Option to walk that left hand all the way up towards the front of your mat. So that hand should be in line with the crown of the head. And if you wish to go deeper, start to sweep that left hand all the way around, reaching the right hip crease as you rotate the shoulder and chest up towards the sky. And breathe nice and deep. Well done. When you're ready, releasing that hand, planting it down beside your face on the left side of your mat. Exhale as you push up through that left palm and slowly allow that right shoulder to come off the mat. Finding your tabletop once more, gentle wag of the hips, preparing for the opposite side. So grounding through that right hand. Take an inhale as you draw left arm up, moving your gaze with that left hand. Exhale as you thread it all the way through. So we're coming down on that left shoulder now. And finding your own variation in this pose. Option to walk that right hand all the way up towards the front of your mat. Or if you wish to find a deeper stretch, sweeping that hand around and catching the inside of that left hip crease or left thigh. And when you're ready, rotating that shoulder up towards the sky. Beautiful. Deep breath. Breathing into that tightness. Releasing that right hand when you're ready. Planting it down beside you. On an exhale, pressing into that right palm. And start to let that left hand come back to find tabletop. Good job. From here, we're just going to start to move out the hips. So you can walk the hands up slightly, just in front of the shoulders. And when you're ready, start to send the right hip towards the right heel. And eventually moving over to the left. Sending the hips forward, towards the wrists. Moving over to the right. Coming back to the heel. Nice gentle movements. If you wish to make bigger circles or smaller circles, you go first. Just tuning into your own body now, listening to it. You may wish to find a deeper stretch. Coming deeper into those circles. Whatever movement you need right now, just tuning into that. Well done. There's no right or wrong way to go at this pose, our dancing lion. So it's nice to do it with the eyes closed and just tuning in, listening to where you need to feel that stretch today. Good job. When you're ready, coming back to that tabletop position once more. Bringing the knees out wide, so at the edges of your mat, if that's comfortable. Bringing both big toes to touch, sending the hips back towards the heels. We're going to walk the hands out in front. So finding that nice deep stretch in the upper arms, the shoulders. And as you exhale, melting the forehead to the floor. Heart droops into the earth. And you're growing heavy in the hips here on the exhale. So walking the fingertips out towards the top of the mat, feeling that lovely stretch and lengthening in the upper arms, the shoulders, and the upper back. At the same time, growing heavy in the hips, feeling that lovely opening there, and in the knees and ankles. Balasana, child's pose, a rest and relaxation pose. So at any stage throughout your practice, if you feel any pose is just too much for you today, please be sure to know that this is available to you at any stage throughout your class. Come to Balasana whenever you need to. Inhale as you draw the gaze forward, slowly walking the hands back underneath the shoulders, knees draw back underneath the hips. And from here, we're going to tuck the toes under, pressing away from the earth. So really, see the wide of the fingertips there as you push away from the earth. Inhale as you draw the navel in and start to hover those knees off the mat. So we're coming on to the toes here. Nice and strong. Inhale as you send those hips all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, start to draw the heels down, finding your first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. So pedaling the feet out here if you wish. Bend and extend opposite legs, especially at the beginning of your class. If you're new to yoga, you might wish to take a look at me for a moment to find your alignment in down dog. You're an upside down V shape. So hips are high to the sky in the inhale as you exhale, drawing the heels to the earth. Fingers are nice and spread apart, relieving any pressure from the wrists. Head hangs heavy, and biceps are against the ears. Shoulders rotate outwards. Gaze is at the gap in between your 2 feet. And just breathing here, finding that lovely spaciousness in the body. This one is lovely for that. Good job. From here, taking an inhale, we're going to start to come right up onto the tippy toes as we send the hips up to the sky. Maybe tilting forward an inch. And exhale as you plug the heels back down, finding down dog. Option to bring a soft bend in the knees here if you're new to this pose and your hamstrings are tight. Don't worry. Inhale, coming right up on the tippy toes, hips high, shifting the weight forward slightly. Exhale, plug the heels. Good job. On your next inhale, wave the body forward, coming right up onto the tippy toes, round the spine. And this time, drawing shoulders over wrists. You may need to walk the hands up slightly to find your plank pose. So sending the weight and the energy back into the heels. Keeping shoulders in line with wrists. Draw that navel in. From here, we're going to tip forward an inch. Coming right up onto the tippy toes, send shoulders over wrists. Exhale, send the energy into heels, come back into plank. Let's go for a few more. Inhale. Tip forward, exhale, draw back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, draw back into plank. Feel that fire and heat creating in the body. Inhale. Exhale here. Find another inhale in plank. On your next exhale, drop the knees down, untuck the toes, so flattening through the tops of the feet, hug the elbows in. And as you exhale, knees, chest and chin come down, and eventually the whole body comes down onto the floor as you draw the hands underneath the shoulders. Keeping the elbows nice and close to the side body. Inhale as you peel the chest up. Find cobra here. Exhale as you lower the body down. Tuck the toes under, press against the palms. Knees and hips come up high, finding your downward facing dog. Plug the heels and walk the dog out or pedal the feet out if you need to, finding that lovely stretch in the backs of the legs. And breathe. Well done. On your next inhale, slowly moving the gaze up towards the hands. Walk the feet up to meet the hands. Feet will be hip distance apart. So measuring 2 fists in between your 2 feet. When you're ready, on an inhale, we're going to slide the hands up onto the shins, finding our halfway lift. Gaze is down at the floor, like an L shape in the body. Exhale as you fold, chest comes to the thighs, so Uttanasana. So hamstrings may be tight, so especially in the beginning, you can start to introduce a nice generous bend into the knees here. Send the weight into the front of the feet. Let the head hang heavy. Hands can wrap around shins, ankles, or if you're more advanced, 2-piece fingers around your big toes. Start to draw chest and thighs. Good job. On your next inhale, sweeping those arms out, coming all the way up. Palms come together for upward salute. Gazes at the palms. Exhale, hands draw to heart center. Tadasana. Taking a moment here, connecting with your breath and connecting back with your intention for today. I choose to be where I am. Imagine as if it were already so. Let's go for round 2. Well done. Inhale, sweeping the arms out, coming all the way up. Exhale as you hinge forward from the hips and fold. Uttanasana. Chest comes to thighs. Inhale as you slide hands up onto shins, find your halfway lift. Exhale as you press down on the palms. Step right foot back. Step left foot back, find plank pose. Draw that navel in. Hold it here. Dropping the knees down on an exhale, flattening through the tops of the feet. Hug the elbows in and slowly start to lower knees, chest, chin. Eventually, whole body comes down. Inhale as you peel the chest up, find cobra. Draw the shoulders back. Lovely back bend here. Tuck the toes under. Push through the hands. Lift the hips up. Plug the heels. Find downward facing dog. That upside down V shape, good job. Inhale, lift those hips up high to the sky, and as you exhale, draw the heels down to the earth. Well done. On your next inhale, just ground through that left foot and draw that right leg all the way up to the sky. So pointing the right toes. Come up high on the left tippy toes. Exhale, plug the heel down as you lift up higher. Opening the hips to the right. So we're going to stack the hips here and bend that right knee. So really drawing that heel back and sending the gaze towards that right armpit if it's comfortable. Otherwise, just keeping the gaze in front. Option to just stay in a 3-legged dog here. Feeling that lovely opening on the right side. Inhale as you kick back and square the hips up. Exhale as you bend that right knee and round the spine, draw chin to chest. Hug it here. Inhale as you kick back. Find a 3-legged dog. Exhale, round the spine, draw knee to chin. Let's go for one more. Inhale, kick back. 3-legged dog. Exhale, round the spine. Hold it here. And step it all the way through. Finding a low lunge. Dropping that back knee down, untucking the left toes. So making sure that knee is in line with the ankle here. Finding your low lunge pose or Anjaneyasana. Coming up high on the fingertips, so we're not collapsing the chest on that knee. Good job. From here, we're going to bring that right hand inside right foot and heel toe that right foot out to the edge of your mat. Pressing down on both hands. If that's not comfortable, you can use your block or hard back butt to rest and give you that bit more height there, so feeling more comfortable in your lizard pose. So what we want to do is use our right arm to send that right knee out to the right hand side, feeling a lovely stretch in the inner thigh flexor. Option to stay here. Otherwise, if you wish to go deeper, coming down onto the forearm, feeling that deeper stretch, dropping the head down. Good job. Breathing here, feeling that lovely opening in the hips. On your next inhale, slowly pressing into the palms once more, grounding into that left hand, heel toe that foot in slightly. And on your next inhale, you're going to tuck those left toes under, come off that left knee, and draw that right arm all the way up to the sky, finding a runner's twist. So moving your gaze with that right hand. Option to keep the knee dropped down, that left knee if you wish. Otherwise, we're here. And when you're ready, on an exhale, releasing that right hand. Step right foot back, find plank, and from here, taking a vinyasa. So if you want to drop the knees down, or if you wish to invite in a challenge into your practice today, taking full chaturanga here, shifting shoulders over the wrists, hug the elbows in and hover over the mat. Inhale as you find cobra or upward facing dog. If you wish to join me, flattening through the tops of the feet, hips and thighs hover over the mat and shoulders are in line with wrists, chest is open. Exhale as you tuck toes under, lift the hips up, plug the heels, downward facing dog. Well done everyone. Breathing here, nice deep cleansing breaths. Exhale, side out. Getting ready for the opposite side, grounding into that right foot and right standing leg. Inhale as you draw that left leg back, find three-legged dog. Coming up high on the right tippy toes, exhale, plug the heels. Opening the hips to the left this time as they stack. We're going to bend into that left knee as we flex the left foot. Option to draw the gaze towards that left armpit as you open up more. Well done. Inhale as you square the hips off and send that leg back, point the foot. Exhale as you round the spine, drawing knee to chin and engaging the core and abdominals here, hold it. Inhale as you kick back, find three-legged dog. Exhale, round the spine. Let's go for one more, good job. Moving with your own breath, inhale. Exhale, round the spine, hold it here. And step it all the way through. Don't worry if the foot only comes as far as here, you can take your hand around the ankle and walk it up. Dropping down on that right knee, untucking right toes. We're going to heel toe that foot out to the left, bringing the left hand inside the left foot. Finding your lizard pose, and again making sure knee is in line with your ankle. When you're ready, pushing that knee out to the left hand side with that arm. Holding it here, feeling that beautiful deep stretch in the left inner thigh and flexor. Option to come down deeper onto the forearms if you wish. You can also use your prop here to rest and come down that little bit deeper without coming to the mat. It's perfectly fine. Just until you find the stimulating sensation in your body in that area, in your inner thigh, groin, flexor area. And when you have it, just holding it there, breathing into it. So if you feel any discomfort whatsoever, just coming straight back out of it. On your next inhale, slowly coming back up onto the palms. And from here, releasing that left hand, heel toe that left foot in slightly. We're going to ground through that right hand. Tuck the right toes under, come off the right knee. Inhale as you draw that left arm all the way up to the sky, finding your runner's twist. Option again to rest that knee on the mat if you wish. Otherwise, we're here, reaching all the way back. Finding that lovely opening in the hips, but also in the shoulder and chest area. Exhale, release that hand, framing that left foot, stepping left foot back, find plank, and from here, choosing your own vinyasa here, whichever chaturanga you wish to take. Exhale. Inhale for cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, finding downward facing dog. Paddling it out and breathe. Good job. Well done. Grounding into that left foot now this time, left standing leg. Inhale as you kick that right leg back. Find three-legged dog. Exhale as you round the spine, drawing knee to chin. And from here, step it all the way through. Keeping that back knee off the mat, finding a high lunge. So coming up onto the fingertips. Inhale as you reach the arms out and come all the way up. Inhale, find length through the fingertips as you exhale, lunging deeper. So again, that front knee is a now front ankle. Back heel is off the mat here. Spiraling the pinky fingers towards one another. Shoulders drop down away from the ears. Tuck the tailbone in. Find length as you inhale. And exhale, sending the hips down deep. Good job. One more. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to pivot on that back foot, opening the arms out shoulder level. Finding warrior two here. So we're really working that knee out to the right hand side. Arms are shoulder level, gazes over that right hand. Shoulders relax away from the ears. And your torso is nice and centered, so I'm not reaching to one side. Nice and strong here, Virabhadrasana. Good. Flipping that right palm. Sending the arm up overhead on an inhale as we reverse the warrior. Gazes up overhead or to the side, forward if you wish. Inhale as you float back, find warrior two. And from here, we're going to draw that right elbow to right knee. Inhale as we sweep that left arm all the way in and up. Finding our extended side angle option to bring the gaze up overhead. When you're ready, releasing that hand. Left hand comes back down. Find warrior two as we reach out. From here, we're going to bring that left hand to left hip. And we're going to start to draw that left foot back slightly towards the front of your mat. I want you to take a hold of your block or hard back hook and place it about 6 inches to the right of your right foot, to the right of your mat. You can set it on high setting or low, depending on your own level of flexibility. So what I want you to do is keep that left hand on the left hip. Start to shift the weight into that front standing leg, finding our half moon pose. And when you're ready, slowly starting to take that left foot off the mat as you send the weight into the right leg. Keeping those hips open to the side of your mat. As you extend left leg back, just reaching for that block. Planting your hand down here, finding that balance. Left foot is pointed. And holding it here. Soft bending that standing leg if you feel that's more comfortable. Option to extend that left arm up to the sky. If you're more flexible, maybe your hand is reaching down towards the floor. Breathing here. If you really want to challenge yourself, bringing that gaze towards that left hand. I'm not going to try that today. When you're ready, slowly bending into that standing leg and lowering that left foot down, finding your warrior two. So bringing that left hand back. Inhale as we draw the left arm up and over, finding warrior two. Good job. When you're ready, on an exhale, we're going to windmill the hands, framing that right foot. Turning on the left toes, step right foot back, find plank, and on an exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Good job. Taking one more deep cycle of breath here. I'm just going to move to the opposite side so you can see me from the left. Well done, side out. This time grounding into that right foot and right standing leg. Inhale as you draw left leg back. Find three-legged dog. Kick up high. Exhale as you bend that knee and round the spine, drawing knee to chin. And from here, step it all the way through, finding your high lunge. So coming onto the fingertips, back heel is off the mat, sweep the arms out, coming all the way up. Spiraling the fingers in. And exhale as you send those hips down. Tucking the tailbone in. On your next exhale, we're going to pivot on that back foot. Open the arms out, shoulder level. Finding warrior two once more. So pressing into the outer edge of that right foot, working that left knee out to the left hand side. Nice and strong here. Flipping that left palm. Take an inhale as we reach up and over, reverse the warrior. Inhale as you float the arms back. Find warrior two. Exhale as you draw the left elbow to left knee. Sweep the arm inside that left leg. Reaching up and over, open the heart and chest. Finding your extended side angle. Good job. Well done. On your next inhale, slowly coming back, find warrior two. Taking that right hand to the right hip, take a hold of your props. I'm just going to grab mine here. And placing it 6 inches to the left of your left foot, so just slightly in front. And we're going to place that right hand on right hip. Starting to draw that back foot up slightly, shifting the weight into that front leg, reaching towards your block. You can choose the setting and slowly bending into that left leg, starting to extend that leg and kick it back. Keeping the hips open to the right, finding your half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Option to extend that right arm all the way up to the sky. And if you wish, you can also remove the prop and just place that left hand on the ground if you wish. Option to bring the gaze towards that right hand. Well done. Bending into that left knee and slowly lowering that back foot down on the mat. Bringing hand to hip, pressing into the outer edge of that foot. And from here, releasing that right hand, inhale as you curl the hands up, finding warrior two. And exhale, windmill the hands, freeing that left foot, turning on the right toes, step left foot back, find plank. And option to just move into a down dog or take your vinyasa. Exhale as you chaturanga. Inhale for cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Good job. On your next inhale, walking the feet up to meet the hands, nice and slowly. Feet are hip width distance apart. Come to the front. We're just going to take a gentle right dog here, so clasping onto the elbows with both hands, let the head and arms hang heavy. Slight bend in the knee if you wish, sending the weight into the front of the feet and gentle sway from side to side, massaging out the lower back. Good job. Let the weight of the arms and head draw you to the earth. On your next exhale, releasing the arms here. Inhale as you lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms out. Root to rise as we reach all the way up. Hands come together. Exhale, hands come to heart center into Tadasana. Good job. From here, we're going to turn to the side of our mat, taking a nice wide stance here, finding our wide-legged fold. So we're going to turn the toes in slightly, heels out, pigeon toe the feet. So bringing the hands to hips, finding length through the crown of the head as if somebody's pulling you up with a string. And when you're ready, on an exhale, hinging from the hips as we swan dive. Leading with the heart and chest. And when you're ready, eventually letting the head drop and hang heavy, releasing the hands. And again, an option with your block or hardback book, whatever you have. If your hands do not reach the mat, you can place them on the block there to rest into it and just let the head hang heavy here. So we're relaxing the neck there. Option to just come into it without any props and walk the hands behind the body if you have flexibility to go deeper, if you have that range of motion. So just breathing nice and deeply into the stretch. Option to take a bend into those knees, feeling it in the hamstrings if they're tight. And just cleansing breaths into any tightness right now. Sunday, getting the crown of the head to the floor. On your next inhale, slowly walking the hands back to center. Rocking the hands out in front. Take an inhale as you come right up onto the fingertips. So fingertips should be in line with shoulders. Finding a halfway lift here in your pull. Exhale, drawing hands to hips. Inhale as you slowly roll the body back up. Stacking the vertebrae one at a time. Crown of the head up last. Good job. From here, we're going to turn the right toes towards the front of the mat. From here, moving the arms out shoulder level, finding warrior two. Exhale as we windmill the hands and taking our last vinyasa here. Turn the right toes, step right foot back. Exhale as you chaturanga. Inhale, find cobra or up dog. And exhale, tuck the toes under, hips up. Downward facing dog. Breathing here. Good job. Walking the feet up to meet the hands. Feet are hip width distance. Inhale as you lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out, coming all the way up, root to rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. Tadasana. Take a breath. Good job. Starting to slow things down here now, releasing the hands and coming to a seated position on your mat. So from here, we're going to come to the middle of our mat and we're going to cross the legs. So coming to a cross-legged position, coming to the front edge of the sit bones, and option to sit on your block or whatever you have at home, maybe even a rolled up blanket if you wish, to allow those knees to drop below the hips if you are quite tight in the hips. So just choosing your own option there. So I'm going to face the front of my mat just to show you from behind, from the side, how your alignment should be. So keeping that spine nice and tall. Inhale as we draw that right arm up, bend at the elbow, reaching up with the left hand, catching that right elbow. I'm just going to start to, on an exhale, start to draw that elbow in, feeling a beautiful stretch in the triceps. Breathing here, keeping that spine nice and long. Good. When you're ready, releasing that left hand, releasing the right, removing the block if you have one underneath. And we're going to send that right heel, or right knee, behind left ankle, left foot. Okay? So working that knee behind that left foot. We're going to place that left hand behind you, grounding into that left hand. And this is a lovely hip opener here. So when you're ready, pressing into that left hand, you may need to walk it up towards the body more. Sending the hips forward and all the way up. Inhale. As you draw that right arm all the way up to the sky. And holding it here if you wish. You can bring that hand back slightly. And if you wish to go that bit deeper, you can start to send that arm all the way back, finding a more exaggerated back bend here. Sending the hips forward at all times as you reach back. Option to sweep that hand around and cradle the neck there. Good job. Releasing the hand there, reaching it all the way up and slowly bringing the gaze forward. Exhale as you lower the hips down. Nice and gently. Good job. And swiveling that right leg out in front. From here, swapping the legs over. So finding that cross-legged position once more. So this time left foot or left leg is in front. Coming up nice and tall. Inhale as you reach left arm up. Bend at the elbow. Reach up with the right and catch that left elbow. On an exhale, start to draw it in towards the body. Feeling that lovely stretch. Good job. On your next exhale, releasing that right hand and planting it down beside you. With that left leg, we're going to swivel it around and bring that left knee behind that right foot. With that right hand, bring it all the way behind the body here, so nice and close to the back body. So we're not coming out onto the side of the mat, placing the hand right behind you on the mat. From here, taking an inhale as we start to send those hips up and forward, reaching up with that left arm. Option to stay here as you send those hips forward, feeling that lovely opening in the hips. Or if you wish to go deeper, start to send that arm all the way back as you drop the head back. Finding a nice deep back bend. Option to sweep that arm around, cradling the head there. Breathe. Good job. Releasing the hands, reaching all the way up, and as you exhale, lifting the gaze and slowly lowering the hips down to the mat. Releasing the legs here, and from here extending the legs out in front. So coming to the front edge of the sit bones, Finding our lovely seated forward fold, especially after a back bend, it's lovely to counterbalance with a forward bend. Inhale as we draw the arms up overhead, palms face one another. Find length as you exhale, hinge forward from the hips and fold. Chest comes towards the thighs. Option to take a bend in that knee there. Feet are flexed, so you're feeling this in the hamstrings especially. You may feel a little stretch in the lower back also. As you inhale, find space in the body. And as you exhale, you're moving into that space. Coming deeper into it. Good job. Well done everyone. On your next inhale, slowly sliding the hands back and stacking the vertebrae one at a time. Crown of the head up last. Gentle shoulder roll here. Pressing down on the palms. We're going to scooch the bottom down, coming down to the soles of the feet, reaching the arms out in front. On an exhale, start to peel the body back down. One vertebrae at a time. So drawing the tailbone down, hugging the navel in towards the spine, relaxing everything down to the earth. So starting to walk the heels back towards the buttocks here, pressing down on the forearms and the palms. We're going to lift the knees up, finding a spinal twist here before we move into our Shavasana. So extending the arms out either side, so hands in line with the shoulders. Your legs are in tabletop, like a 90-degree angle, knees over hips. On an exhale, start to draw those knees over to the right. So the hips are stacked, bringing the gaze over the left shoulder. Good job. Breathing into this now. Feeling that lovely twist, creating that deep sense of calm and relaxation to our nervous system. Well done. Inhale as you draw knees back up to center, nice and slowly. As you exhale, moving to the opposite side, so knees drop to the left and your gaze comes over the right shoulder, making sure that right shoulder stays planted on the floor. If it doesn't, if it comes off, you can start to lift the knees towards center. Feeling that lovely detox on the body as you twist. Inhale as you start to draw those knees back towards center. And from here, we're going to lift the gaze up, rock the arms around the knees, hugging the knees in towards the chest, relax the head and neck down, and a gentle rock from side to side. Good job. Relaxing the hands either side of the body, and sending the legs out in front, nice and slowly. Extending the legs out, finding our Shavasana pose. So bringing the feet wider than the hips here. Getting nice and comfortable as we move into Shavasana, finding stillness. So bringing the feet out wider than the hips. Palms face the sky and they're away from the body. So the arms are in almost like a V shape. And just allow the body to completely melt into the floor. Finding stillness now in your Shavasana pose, or our dead body pose. One of the most important postures in your yoga class, and a lovely way to seal your practice. This practice of stillness and quiet helps us to really reap the benefits of the class, not only for the mind, but also for the body and the soul. So just becoming aware here of how you're feeling. Any sensations that you may be noticing. Energy levels. Start to draw the attention inwards now to the breath. Letting the breath be your anchor into the present moment. Helping you to stay grounded, to stay balanced and at peace. You may notice your mind wandering, and that is completely normal. So don't worry, you're not doing anything wrong. The moment you notice the mind wandering, that is a moment of awareness. So well done for catching it. And without trying to push anything away, just observe what it is that is coming up for you. What's going on in your mind today? Allow yourself to be the observer of your own mind. Practice this with kindness, without judgment, which can be very challenging. Each time you allow yourself to view what is coming up, when you're ready, letting it go on the exhale and coming back to the breath each time. So just taking this time now to practice that. If you have the time to stay here, please do so. I recommend 10 to 15 minutes lying in this stillness, allowing yourself to observe what's going on. You can learn so much from that quiet and still posture. Otherwise, if you're in a hurry and you don't have the time, you can join me in inviting some movement back into the fingers and the toes. Maybe taking a gentle stretch overhead if that feels good for you, moving the head from the right to the left. And in your own time with eyes closed, bending the knees and coming over onto your right side into the fetal position. And when you're ready, pressing against the palm as you slowly make your way back to a cross-legged position. So bringing yourself to the middle of your mat, spine nice and tall, bringing hands together in prayer, palms to chest, Anjali Mudra. Our mudra that represents love and gratitude. Sealing our practice today with gratitude to yourself. So bowing chin to chest as you show that gratitude and love to yourself for showing up on the mat today. I'd like to extend my gratitude to each and every one of you who have joined me virtually. Thank you so much for sharing your energy in this practice with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Namaste.